I'm using Moonology deck tonight. I feel like there's something to do with the moon right now. Let me just check what's going on with the moon. So I'm looking at the moon phases. What's the date? Today's the 10th. Okay, on the 13th of March, this is Sydney, so it'll be different internationally. Sydney, 9:21 p.m, we've got a new moon. Okay. So new moons are a time to ask for what you want. And full moons are usually times when you release what you don't want anymore. So let's see what the guides can say about this new moon coming. I can see there's a little bit of a delay from me to the internet. Because I'm looking at the Facebook feed right now and it's a bit slower. So this card is full moon in Cancer, and it says a personal issue reaches resolution. Hopefully you can see that. So maybe you've been working on a project, or you've been having like a tenuous relationship with someone, and it's going to come to a conclusion in one way or another, like making peace or finishing the project or moving forward to another thing that's new, fresh start, that kind of thing. See how that applies to you. Shout out to my Twitch watcher, whoever that is. Please say hello. I've got one Twitch viewer at the moment, which is exciting. I was looking at Twitch earlier, and some really interesting things on there. There's a lot of ASMR, and I watched one, he's called ASMR Punk, and he had a cat next to him, and he had the microphone next to the cat, and the cat was purring, and then he had special microphones where he was squeezing sponges and using like a glass jar to make a sound and all sorts of things, and it was really interesting. Not everyone's cup of tea, and I think some people were loving it though. ASMR is pretty big these days. Okay, so let's get the next card for the collective. Oh, that one was falling out. Meditate and contemplate the new moon in Pisces. I wonder when new moon in Pisces is, because we're in March, which is Pisces season, and this new moon is coming in 3 days. Yeah, it's hard with the whole time zone thing. I'm not really up on that. So let's see if it says anything about this. New moon in Pisces. Okay, 64. If you want to share this live or give it a like, a thumbs up, subscribe, or do any of those things, that would be great. Okay, so new moon in Pisces. Use your feelings to guide your way. Logic won't work right now. Also, it could mean you face your fears. They may be holding you back, or this situation is being healed. It's time to surrender to the divine. Very important. Anyway, just offload all your stuff to the divine. Ask for some help with that. See what comes back to you. Sometimes you get like a book or maybe someone gives you some advice that's really useful, or maybe you meet someone who's like an expert at that situation. So really worth asking for help, asking the divine for help. So Pisces, it's all about emotions. It can suggest a last-ditch chance to make your dream come true. That's pretty cool. But what I'm getting from the meditate and contemplate, excuse me, is that as we come to a new moon, we start a new cycle. Let's contemplate and really go within and find what we need and what we want for the next month. I'm hearing we can make a pledge to ourselves to make that happen. Okay. And balance, oh, it's so funny. Balance spirituality and practicality, and it's the full moon in Pisces. So we have the new moon in Pisces and the full moon in Pisces. So I'm kind of, that's pretty funny. So really they're saying like this is the start of the month and the end of the month. So we've got work to do in between, but I feel like it's really a lot of allowing. I'm seeing write a list. I'm seeing actually bullet points. So write a list of things you desire that you want to come into fruition. And also, they've told me this before, put that list under your pillow, okay? And I feel it's like to keep it close to your heart. There's something about your dreams as well, like literally when you're sleeping, those dreams, and the list. So some of you will be getting instructions when you're sleeping through dream state of things or steps to do to achieve these goals or whatever you are asking for. Perhaps you're just asking for healing. Oh, they're cracking me up. So this card says your dreams need a practical plan. So we're very much talking about goal setting and dreams here. This is definitely related to someone who's watching right now. If you feel it is you, just put a comment there. So this card says full moon in Taurus. I'd be interested in seeing what they say about that. Excuse me. Often the guide's just picking the cards because it's literally what it says on the deck, on the card, that is what they want to tell us. And then sometimes I get guided to pick up the book and read what's in it because there's something in there that is actually useful to the person I'm reading for. Actually, I don't feel that for this card, so I'll keep going. All right. I was feeling that I need to change to a different deck right now, which is the Divine Abundance Oracle set. Just to recap that, we're starting new at the new moon, which is 3 days. So I think that's probably Thursday, Friday, Saturday in Australia. It might be Sunday in the US. Best to check online for your local area. So we're starting a new cycle, probably a new project or a new relationship or something new, something fresh. Think that way, whatever applies to you. And we're going to write a list of what we want, put it under the pillow. It's going to happen that we're going to get information in our dream state to go forward with those things, some guidance on those things. And then put those, the words were literally, you need a practical plan. What was it saying? Your dreams need a practical plan. So you do actually have to take action when you are wanting something, but the guidance from your spirit team is going to help you do that. So you might get guided to do a course or to connect with someone, or like some people get guided to write. There's lots of ways that they can tell you through story and dream, or maybe just literally you just remember that one thing from the dream, which is to do this and that. You wake up and you actually go do it. Don't just think about it. Just checking that the picture's okay on everything. Okay, I just muted because my dog was barking. Most of my work, well, all my work really, is doing one-on-one sessions in person and online. But I've really had the push in the last few weeks, yeah, it's been about 3 weeks now, to do live streaming and to help more people. Part of it is just to offer information about spirituality. And that's how I'm ending up on this streaming software. And I'm trying all these different technologies, which is amazing, the stuff we can do now. And that's why I've started going onto Twitch. So never would have thought about that before. Okay, so everything seems all right with the stream. If you're watching the stream and you are seeing any like scenes dropping, or I don't know what the technical terms are, but if it's looking fuzzy or blurry, can you let me know, please? Okay, so this card, relating to what we were talking about before, about the goal setting and starting something new, this card says detachment. There it is. Which is important when we want something to come into fruition, when we're trying to manifest something. It says, with detachment, you finally feel whole inside, with or without the fulfillment of a particular desire. Ironically, that's often when it's fulfilled. So part of this happens so much when I'm doing guidance sessions with people. They are pretty much strangling whatever they want, that there's no breathing space for it to happen. The energy that they are putting out is not trusting and open to receive. But when you drop the it's like it's like a very strong, overpowering desire. It overpowers the ability for whatever it is to come to you. So really switch into receiving mode and just allow whatever it is that you want to come to you. Detachment. It's a very Buddhist philosophy, and it's something that I think humans feel is very difficult to do, but it's worth trying. It's interesting, when I was doing the live stream this morning, the messages coming through were very different. The ones coming through right now is all about manifestation and creation and bringing into law of attraction, bringing what you want into your life. So interesting how the guides switch things up. Okay, let's get them all. Well, these cards are very slippery. I was just given the instruction to get an angel deck. Just saw it in my mind. Yeah, I think it's this one. Just flashed really quickly in my brain. So this is a very old deck by Doreen Virtue called Angel Therapy Oracle Cards. I got it. I started collecting them, I'd say around 2009. Yeah, it's a long time ago. Just wait for a card to jump out. Okay, that was it. Solar Plexus Chakra. There it is. It is safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. Okay, so there's a definite, underneath the... Okay, so we've got the desire of what we want and we're working on that, but underneath that, you need to feel like you can actually receive it, that you're worthy of it, that you're deserving of it. And one of the things that often stops people is that they don't feel worthy of it, or they don't feel powerful within themselves to be able to get it. So I'm called to look at the book to get some wisdom from Doreen. A lot of us have suppressed our power in previous lives, and this time round, it's like a hurdle that we need to get through to master ourselves, master our life, to do what we actually want to do. Because I'm just getting info now, it's like, they're actually showing me hurdles, you know, like in athletics, jumping over hurdles. And this is one of those hurdles. So once you break through that restriction that's self-imposed, then you're free, really free and expansive to be able to attract energetically through vibration what you want in life. So there is your vibration is holding a certain level until you clear things out, and then you can shoot up more and so on. So if you think of things that are in your system, let's call it that for an easier way to say, those things are holding you back. So this says, the card comes to you because the angels will want to help you with issues concerning power and control. They first want to reassure you that you are powerful. I'm just reading the bits that are important rather than the whole thing. Secondly, it's safe for you to use your power in love. That is one of the things that is common with people, is that even though they know their own power, they don't feel it's safe to use it. So there's some restriction that they've maybe subconsciously put in place, or it's a past life thing that's conditioned them in this life. Okay, so this is just going through the whole thing. There's a lot written here. The angels will assist you in feeling more in control of your life and your spiritual gifts. For some of you who feel called to watch this, your spiritual gifts are already within you, waiting to be experienced. It's just a matter of timing and being ready and open and accepting of them. So the action steps she suggests are to recline on your back in a quiet location and focus on your solar plexus, which is the energy center behind your belly button, and say either silently or aloud, Archangel Michael, I call upon you now. Please cut any cords of fear from my solar plexus to anyone whom I've given my power away to. Okay, so cutting cords is very important, especially with this guidance we've been receiving to move through whatever we're going through now. It's coming to conclusion and start fresh. So let's cut cords before or on the new moon. Okay, ask Archangel Michael to cut them for you. If you have a question or any comments, just let me know. I'm just checking all the channels are looking good. Okay. Cool. Well, thank you for joining me. And if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. Hope you got something from this. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to my YouTube, follow my Twitch, and like my Facebook page. And then you'll be notified when I come on again. Yeah. And check out my website, all the sessions that I offer, and my blog. Thank you very much. Namaste.